Welcome to the MoChill Zone with Mott's and Chili. Today, the boys sit down with Miss Soleil Deane from Virtuity Financial.
Welcome to the MoChill Zone with your boy Mods.
And chili.
And today we have a very special guest, uh, Miss Soleil. And Miss Soleil, I'll let you introduce yourself and tell the people about yourself and why you're here today, basically.
Hey, y'all. My name is Soleil Deane. I am with Virtuity Financial Partners, and we are partnered with How Money Works. And we are on a mission to change the financial literacy of our community, one kitchen table meeting at a time. Our goal and mission is truly no family left behind. We want to make sure that everybody has access to a licensed financial advocate who wants to know what their goals and dreams are and who is willing to stand with them as they close the gap. And that's what we're here for.
That's awesome. I love it. Michael,
Yeah, that's great.
from a financial aspect of things, you want to go ahead and talk about a few things with that?
Yeah, no, we were just talking before we got on the show that financial literacy is just so crucial and it's not taught in schools. So you'd love to hear about like the impetus for starting the project.
Well, personally, for me, I was a preschool teacher for 15 and a half years. I really thought that my employer had my best interest at heart, and they said, come sign your 401k. And oh, by the way, here's your life insurance. I thought I was protected. And as a newly single mom at the time, I thought that's all I needed. I got myself a little term policy outside of work and went about life thinking I've got a safety net and I'm a grown up now.
Hmm.
And then rewind to about 5 years later, my life came to a screeching halt. I had a massive stroke, could no longer work, could no longer teach, and I lost everything I'd worked for all of my life. Not only that, my son had to watch his mom learn how to speak again, learn how to button her shirt again. And when
Wow.
I had called these insurance companies saying, hey, this happened and I need support, they go, ha, that's not the type of policy you have. And because you are disclosing this, you no longer qualify to change your policy.
Are you
And if you
serious?
lose the policy you have, you no longer qualify to get another one. So
Oh,
I'm on a mission to change people's lives by changing their mindset. We think, oh, life insurance, I can wait on that. Retirement, I can wait on that. We're not taught how to protect our future or how to secure our foundation so we can grow into the version of ourselves we're meant to be.
absolutely. What would you say to yourself now, knowing what you know now, when you were working and thought you were secure?
Take care of your body, take care of your mindset. Make sure that you are not only nourishing your body with healthy food, but nourish your bank account. Pay yourself first. Get an account outside of your normal 401k that's going to build for your retirement. Learn about compound interest. Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world for a reason. It can work for us or against us. And we want to make sure that it works for us. If I would have known that, you better believe I would not have been homeless with a child after a stroke during COVID.
Wow.
But
Wow.
here I am. And I'm here to tell every parent if this mom can learn these skill sets and put this business together after all of that, everybody deserves a foundation of financial literacy.
How about can you explain compound interest for those of us that are not so savvy with finance?
So the rule of 72, you have, let's say we have $10,000. Let's say, for example, we just had a kid and you're gifted $10,000 and you're told, okay, well, you're not allowed to touch this. It's for the child when they grow up and you've got to put it into a bank account. No, we could put it in an account that's going to earn like we'll be generous and call it 1% interest, right?
Yeah.
So in 72 years, that 10,000 will become 20,000. That's not really that exciting, right? But if you think about it, if you have a higher interest rate compounding in your favor, that it's going to double a lot sooner. So depending on that interest rate is how quick that will double. But it also works against us. Like if we have a high interest rate on our credit card and we're only paying the minimum balance, well, then that credit card's interest is going to continue to double probably more rapidly than we think.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And so it's really a matter of making sure that we understand, is this a need or a want?
Right.
So every single time we're charging it because we want to make sure, okay, am I going to be able to pay it off this cycle or the next, or how long am I going to pay the interest on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I would much rather help people build interest in their favor instead of the credit card companies. I think they get enough.
Absolutely. I agree. Um, can you talk to me? I know I'm really about the being the homeless part. And actually, what would you tell someone who had no money, who was homeless, and how they would start out where you are and where they would go? I mean, what's first? What's one thing they could do to go from that situation to get up in a better spot?
We never set out to be in that situation. And so when it does happen, it's always jarring
Mm-hmm.
and it's always humbling. And so for me, I was in my own apartment with my son, and then I suddenly lost my income. So I ended up bouncing and couch surfing and, putting my son and I in environments I wouldn't necessarily want to stay in,
Absolutely.
but we had a roof temporarily. And so it was always very clear we were not wanted in that environment and we were a burden. However, we weren't directly on the street.
Absolutely.
But that feeling of not belonging, especially for a 7, 8, 9 year old, was very, very detrimental. And we're still healing it. Uh,
Definitely.
and so it's one of those things. If ever you find yourself in a situation like that, choose to love yourself, give yourself grace, find people who are going to pour light into you instead of make you feel less than. Because there's nobody on this earth who does not deserve love, who does not deserve to be seen, heard, and valued. And if you are in a position like that, walk away. That's
Absolutely.
not where you belong.
Absolutely. Well, can relate to that. I've been homeless before, so I know that's why I asked you to touch bases on that. So thank you for that, by the way. It's going to help a lot of people out there in the world. So we really think. So, what would you tell your young self now? I know Michael kind of touched upon that a little bit, but the steps you go through, um, when you first started doing the steps as you went through, what do you think like was the most important step for you? I know they're all important, but like that stood out for you that helped.
For me, I really had to begin to reparent myself,
Okay.
find the gaps of where, because, we are our own common denominator. No matter where
Absolutely.
we go, we're always going to be followed by ourselves, right?
Yes.
So those repeating patterns that I was noticing,
Hmm.
I really got to go deep and figure out, okay, well, what do I get to shift?
Okay.
Um, and really quick, kind of a side note, the great thing about kids is there are mirrors, right? So the things
Absolutely.
that we see in them that we don't like, instead of getting mad at them, we got to go, oh, wait, that's me.
Definitely. Definitely.
So once I got that part kind of started, I searched for different leadership communities. And then I searched for different opportunities that I could do. Um, got back into my faith, and the combination of all of that was just the foundation of me starting on this journey.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I like that. I like that. Michael, are you still there?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can you talk about those 7 milestones that we see up on your backdrop?
Absolutely. So this is our foundation for success.
Okay.
The 7 money milestones include financial education. We're not taught this in school, and it was by design. I'm only going to go a little bit into that, but keeping people working paycheck to paycheck was by design because it keeps us separate. It keeps us feeling like we're not good enough, and we're always striving, but it's always just out of reach, and we don't understand why. Well, this is what sets the wealthy apart from us because they get this education from the beginning.
That's nice.
And then proper protection. This is our long-term care, our living benefits, our life insurance, our final celebration plan, our will, our trust, medical power of attorney, durable power of attorney, estate plan. Once all of these things are in place, and it happens one by one, but once they're in place, we show up differently in our life. So when those storms come, it's not like, oh no, I'm gonna drown. It's okay. I've got a raft. I'm getting wet, but I've got a raft and it'll be okay.
Mm.
And then the emergency fund.
Okay.
We always encourage people to build an emergency fund outside of their normal savings that they can keep liquid that will cover 3 to 6 months of all of their expenses. So rent, food, gas, car insurance, all the things. We want to make sure that they have access to it, but they're not using it. So heaven forbid if something were to happen, they have that to fall back on. We want to make sure that we're not stuck in this scarcity mindset because that's not what God intended for us.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, like we were talking about, credit cards and interest accruing and debt management is something that we really get to focus on
Mm-hmm.
because I would rather us pay ourselves instead of the credit card companies.
Absolutely.
We
Well said.
get to decide, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And then building extra cash flow. I don't know if you've ever heard, but it's often said if you're going to be a millionaire, you need 7 streams of active income.
Income. Yep. I've heard of that before.
And we are taught what? To go get a job, work 9 to 5, 40
Mm-hmm.
hours a week, and that's a struggle. And then heaven forbid that ends. Well, then now what? And so we want to take that worry away. We want people to find their gifts, to love something that they do outside of their 9 to 5, and hopefully replace their 9 to 5 and fire their boss.
Right. That's nice.
Working on that.
Yeah.
And then we want to help people build wealth.
Yeah. Me too.
A little bit different, right? It's
Yeah.
not just I'm building to replace my income to fire my boss, but this is okay, I'm building wealth for the next generation and the next
Absolutely.
generation.
Yes.
And then we want to protect what we've built. So that's where the estate plan comes in, the will and the trust comes in. Once we have all of these things in place, that financial house that we have built can withstand a cancer diagnosis, a stroke, a heart attack, suddenly our kids falling ill. We've got a foundation we can lean into and then still take care of the storm.
That's nice. I like that.
I've got a couple questions from those
Awesome.
7. I wish it went to Larry on the screen, and now I can't see the 7. But now the first question was about the emergency fund. How does somebody that's living paycheck to paycheck and is having a tough time, even making ends meet, how does one go from that to having the ability to actually put away money?
It's a muscle, just like if we were to go to the gym, right? We want to look at it like today I might not be able to put away $100, but hey, I can get one less soda or I can get one less Starbucks this week and put that away. Like I'll never forget when I quit smoking, I was like, oh, great, I'm going to save all this money, right? I didn't know how on earth I was coming up with the money for a pack every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that became what I would put away for myself.
Nice. So trying to eliminate a habit or two.
Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Hmm.
And then saving it for you. And I would always be like, I don't have any money. And it's not that I don't have any money, but I'm really choosing what I'm spending my money on. So my son being like, Mama, I want V-Bucks. Mama, I want this. Buddy, we're going to choose different and we're going to save for something that's really important for us.
Hmm. Hmm. It's a good point. Like if we're just giving into our whims, we don't actually get something that's really important to us.
Absolutely.
Um,
And it's really interesting on a side note with that, though. Our kids are watching our spending habits, just like we learned our spending habits from our grown-ups. And
Mhm.
so I don't know how many grown-ups have actually paused and gone, wait, is that my chosen habit or is that what I adopted from somebody else?
mm,
And the sooner that we evaluate that and do a deep dive, then our kids see us kind of readjust and they'll course correct. But it all starts with our choices.
I love that.
and then my next question was about cash flow. How does one go about like getting seven sources of income? I mean, how many people can realistically achieve that?
Um, when we're in an employee mindset, we're going to have this job and this job is going to pay me X amount. We can only have so many jobs
Yeah,
because there's only so many amounts of time. But if you think about, I always tell my son, I am not raising an employee, I'm raising a problem solver.
I
You
love
are going to find something that you are really good at solving a problem, and then you're going to create a solution and market that solution to everywhere. And you're going to be known for the specialist of solving that problem. And so if you think about it that way, we have a lot of authors and artists and DJs and there's so many different amazing things that we can do with our talents that God gave
that.
us. And the byproduct of that is a stream of income.
That's so dope. I love that. With your attitude, everything. It's like you're gonna inspire so many people, even myself, with things like that. I can get better because I see some of these 7 steps I need to take a part of and do better myself. So we'll have to talk off camera, of course, about that. But yeah, definitely. Um, what I want to know is, okay, you got all this influence in there. You're young. What else besides the money and stuff like that? What other kind of hobbies? What other kind of personal things do you like to do?
Um, I love animals. I have two puppies that adopted me when I first got sick, and they're about 4.5 now.
Okay,
So spending time with them, going on walks, being in nature. I don't believe that we were meant to be inside 24/7, 365. It does something to our spirit.
absolutely.
absolutely.
And so I love also being around my son, getting to see him do things that maybe I didn't get to as a kid. Just getting to have these opportunities to grow and to celebrate life because especially since my strokes, um, every day is a gift. You don't know your last insurable day, and you don't know your last day here. So we all think, oh, I can do that tomorrow. And it's like, no, let's do it now.
Mhm.
Let's do
You're
it
so
together
right.
and let's make it count.
You're so right. Well said. Well said. Well, we usually do like a Mount Rushmore and all kind of stuff like that about stuff like. But so I'm going to say for what? Okay, who will be 4 people in your life, dead or alive, that you consider the most influential people in your life?
Definitely my mom.
Okay.
She raised all four of us on her own.
Hmm.
Um, she worked 3 jobs. There were four of us. And, I learned life was hard, but your attitude determines your outcome.
Absolutely.
And so getting to see her, she used to drink alcohol and she did party at times. And then so seeing that side of her and then seeing her choose to quit and stay sober and be sober for 30 years.
Wow.
That just inspired me to do my best. And then my dad, he was a musician. His name was Tommy Deane, and he had his own bands that and the music that he wrote. And I'm actually in touch with a lot of his old band buddies. So I call them my uncles, even though we're not blood related.
Absolutely.
And then definitely my mentorship team at Virtuity Financial Partners. They showed me even after a brain injury, I could learn something new and bring value to the community. And they have not given up on me. It's taken me 5 years to get where I am, and I'm very much just starting. And so just knowing that there are people who will see your value and see and let you borrow their belief in you until you get your own, it helped me keep going.
I
How
like it.
did your experience with recovering from your stroke impact, or help you for this journey that you're on now?
Ooh. Um,
Or did it? I'm
oh,
assuming.
it did. It really did because I was very much on this path of I'm doing it. I'm doing my life. I was taking care of my mom after her heart attack, single mom of a, toddler, and working full time. I was a lead preschool teacher where I was working. So I was training all the teachers and I was doing it on my own, right? And I thought I can do it. Um, but once I had the stroke and everything stopped and I had to resign from my position, which was my identity.
Mhm.
I for a while I was very angry at God, but God's pretty amazing. He can take our anger, he can take our sorrow, and he can make something absolutely beautiful out of it. And so when I said, "All right, well then what do you want me to do, Lord?" And then the next week I got on a call like we are on now. And the lady's like, all right, let me show you what we do. We help people with short-term and long-term savings, proper protection. And right there, I was like, okay, I'm supposed to be here.
It's great.
It is.
You can see that we're dog people too. She was making a lot of noise, so
Absolutely.
I figured she would be better here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I kept having to mute because they're a little click clack, click clack.
Just like mine.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Okay. Besides that, what other things do you like to do? I know you said your dad was in music. And what kind of music did your dad do?
He did a lot of folk. He also did like a lot of the Eagles type
Oh,
music.
we love the Eagles. So yeah, the dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dope. The
And
dope.
then gosh, the song Landslide, I can't remember the performers, but he also
Fleetwood,
did it.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Love
So
Fleetwood.
a lot of that type of music. And then he played with Doc Holliday as well.
Oh,
Wow.
no way.
Wow.
Are
Hey,
you
well,
serious?
Yeah.
you know,
Wow.
you gotta if you have to. I mean, like if you well, you don't have to. We would like you to, if
Uh,
you can, send some music to us and we'll get it played on the radio for you. Get it played
yeah.
on the station. We'd love to
That
do.
would be amazing.
Yeah,
I
we
can
like.
definitely do that if you
We'll have
guys
you
have
what's called we
songs.
do it like what's called a guest DJ takeover, and we
Okay.
can just play some a guest. You can do a guest DJ and play his music and play the songs that touched you.
That would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
He was taken way too early in life, and so getting to share his music and get letting other people experience his heart, that would be such a blessing.
that would be
Yeah,
great.
we'd love to do that.
We love to do that. We both musicians, so we love music. Michael plays a couple of different instruments, and so yeah, yeah,
Right on.
yeah. So
And Larry is a songwriter extraordinaire.
yeah. I did dibble and dabble a little bit in instruments. I played violin for a little bit, but I haven't played in so long, and so yeah, we we do what we do. But it's amazing that you busted. I'm really looking forward to hearing some of your dad's music. Now you got me kind of salivating over here. I want to say, well, I want to hear it now. You said the Eagles and
Awesome.
Fleetwood Mac, two of my favorite groups. So
Yeah.
yeah. So well, besides that, what would you tell someone who wanted to be into the business, like just like you, get into it, how to navigate to do, how to start out? What's one of the things you would tell them to do?
Um, and take the time to invest in yourself. I
Okay.
mean, most businesses you have to worry about like paying rent, paying insurance, all these different things just to start. Like if
Right.
you're going to start a franchise. Our business is different because we do a lot on Zoom. So it's a little bit lower barrier of entry. You are
Mm-hmm.
required to have a license.
Mm-hmm.
We will coach you to get that license.
Okay.
So to become part of our team, it's really $125
Wow.
plus $30 to get the pre-licensing course. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, we will coach you. And then depending on the state that you're in, your licensing exam is another fee. But none of that goes to us. What you are doing is you are building your own business for yourself, but not by yourself on a trusted platform and system.
This goes the platform.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Well,
But that
I
is
like
is your background check, and then it is also your fingerprints.
Are you a fiduciary?
Yes.
Okay.
good.
Do you want to explain what that means for the
It
people
means
that?
we have an opportunity to do exactly what is best for our clients at all times.
Right.
And
Which
it
is
is our
very important.
responsibility.
Very, very
Great.
important.
The financial folks that aren't fiduciary can basically take advantage of you.
Right. And that's why being licensed is so important. We're in a highly regulated industry, and that keeps us honest. But our goal is to make sure that families move out of scarcity and fear and into financial confidence and freedom. And the only way that's going to happen is if we do what's best for them.
Right. I like that.
Have you or the organization tried to reach out to any like schools or anything, trying to teach?
We are on some college campuses. We are I'm personally been reaching out to different high schools around here.
Okay.
So the goal is to be able to do financial classes at least as they're going to graduate. Um, and there's still like logistics being worked out,
Great.
but it's one of the things that needs to happen.
Yeah, that's super promising.
Yeah, I like that though. I really do.
Hopefully, the state of California will, chip in some money for financial literacy. That would be
Yeah.
I
I know.
sure
Huh?
hope so.
I know. Michael, do you know, maybe you know some people that might be able to help with that, huh?
I don't know.
I don't
We
know.
could talk
Maybe.
about that offline.
I know, huh? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just messing with him. I gotta mess with him, give him a hard time over there. But no, I mean, is there anything else besides that? It's important that you want to get off your, talk
What's
about it. This is your
really
time.
one of the really amazing things that we offer, and we offer this for people who are curious about starting the business with us and people who are curious about having an agent represent them.
Hmm.
We do complimentary financial needs analysis. We do complimentary retirement account assessments
Hmm.
and life insurance lookovers.
Wow.
Because we don't want people to think that just because they have something, they have the best already. If that's the case, we will tell them. But we also are partnered with hundreds of different other companies like Nationwide, uh, Pacific Life, Transamerica,
Hmm.
and that gives us access to a lot more than just one product and one company.
That's nice. I like that. It
So
makes you it makes you have to go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we're able to make these companies compete for our clients instead of our clients having to compete for the company.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. You say I was the question I
And
was
the circus
right there,
around on
but
them.
you said it before I can even go. So that's good. So I appreciate that. I was gonna ask, okay, so where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see myself having a team of at least 5,000 licensed agents, boots on the ground, changing lives. Um, I also see myself leading a How Money Works learning center
Hmm.
that is also a teen center, teen
Okay.
leadership, but also recreation. I want to make sure that our young adults have a safe place to go where they're getting counsel, where they're getting leadership training, and they get to hang out and play pool, basketball, whatever they want. And so that's my goal.
I like that. I
Teach them how to
definitely.
make money moves.
Hey, I'm
Money
definitely
moves
behind
are
that.
in vogue.
Hey, oh, I'm behind that. MoChill behind that for sure. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to change lives. So
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate that. I know Michael does too. Um, Michael, you got any other questions?
Oh, well, we just want to know where, I mean, everybody probably wants to know where they can find you personally or where they can find the organization, how money works. And
I'm based out in Sacramento. We are Virtuity Financial Partners, and we're partnered with How Money Works. Um, so we are also on Facebook and Instagram and all the socials,
awesome.
and we are just a click away. And like I said, we do complimentary work for our clients or soon to be clients. And even if they decide, hey, I had the assessment and I'm going to stay where I am, there's no obligation. We just want people to understand what is possible for them, where they are, and where do they want to go. And if we can help close that gap, that's what we're here for.
That's nice. And see, I like that because it's like a no pressure, and people who will be more in tune to go that way when you're not pressuring them that way and just giving them an out.
Yeah.
I like
It
that.
lets people know that, you're actually in it for them,
Right.
not trying to make some commission or something.
Makes
Exactly.
important.
The
Yeah.
natural byproduct is we are in the highest paid industry in the world, but we charge those big companies and we get to do this for our clients for free.
Right. I like that.
The Robin Hood of the finance world.
I
Yes.
love that. I love that. I definitely love that. Okay, you said 5 years. Okay, so
Yeah, please, yeah, send us all your links,
Okay.
and we'll include it with our YouTube episode.
Awesome.
But for the radio, it's kind of hard to include, but we'll definitely put that for our
well,
YouTube.
we can say them. We can read them out. We can say the for the radio. We can just
Yeah, 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 yeah. If you send it
how it
to
works
us,
financial.
we'll send it in our We'll say it in our introduction.
Right. How it works into a financial. That would be great. And then what else? What else before you get out of here? Oh, I know what. Your hobbies. What else do we do? What did I forget, Michael? Something I always
Well,
ask.
I had a question. Like, have you been teaching your son finance?
Absolutely.
Nice.
I had him in a financial literacy class starting 3 years ago.
Wow.
So he started learning, the different currencies of different countries,
Oh, wow.
and then also, how can we protect our money here?
That's great.
Okay.
How old is he now?
He is now 14.
14.
Wow.
Wow. That's great.
And what I love the most is we have trainers like Marshall Falk and Hannah Hornstein and
Mhm.
Jamie Villalobos. And so I'm on trainings twice a day that are live and I crank them up. Why? Because I want him to subliminally hear
Sure.
all the things that we're working on.
I'm
And so
sure.
he comes out and he starts talking about, Mama, we should start saving here. How much are you going to put in my IUL this month? And it's like,
Wow.
all
That's
right, buddy,
cool.
let's go. You are listening.
I love it, man. I love it.
And I want our common talk to become not how much I spent on my new iPhone or my new Jordans, but this is how much I put in my IUL for my future. This is how much I put in for my kids this month. And I want us to begin to be able to celebrate paying ourselves first and then paying our bills
Right.
and having the income flow to do it without hesitation.
I
Beautiful.
like that. I definitely like that. This is one of the best interviews we had. I learned some things, and we're going off camera. We're going to talk. I can't tell that everybody out there all my secrets here. Y'all gonna have to see them. See them. Not going. But definitely, we definitely gonna have to be doing something. And are you interested in like doing other things like speaking other things? We set something up for you, like
Oh, absolutely.
and other like partnering. We plan on
Absolutely.
doing some things in the community. So if you're interested in that,
Yeah,
we'll.
I'd love to partner with you guys and be out in the world with you and and get to meet people, because in all honesty, it's not what we know, it's who we know. And
Absolutely.
That's
who
the
we
truth.
know really gets to impact others.
Well,
Absolutely.
well, you're impacting a lot of people now, and we thank you for that. Like, I really appreciate. I know you so long taking to do this interview, and we've been talking and talking, and finally get you on here. But I'm glad. Sometimes good things come to those who wait,
Amen.
and that's exactly what we got today. Well, Michael, do you have anything else
Absolutely.
before she gets out of here?
No, just thanks for coming on, and Dolce and I appreciate you, and I know
Yeah.
Larry does
Oh,
too.
yeah. What's your dog's names? Your
Yeah.
dog's
Oh
name?
yeah.
Oh, mine are Rocky and Lucky.
Oh, Rocky.
Rocky and
Okay.
Lucky.
All right.
And
What kind
this
of
is
dogs are they?
Dolce right here to the
Hey,
MoChill
Dolce.
world.
Yeah.
I
This is our new baby.
Yeah, we don't. Ruthie's still a part of our family too, but
Yep.
Dolce, yeah. What kind of dogs are they? If you don't mind me
I
asking.
have Dash and Rat Terrier mixes,
Okay.
and they were strays that found me. So
Wow, that's awesome. Well, you know what? We feel the same way about Dolce. She found us too, so
She
we
did.
feel very blessed
they
to have
rescue
her in our
us,
life.
that is for sure.
Absolutely. Well,
Great.
we definitely appreciate you. If there's anything we can do for you, let us know. And when you send that music, when you're ready, we'll do that takeover for you. That the takeover hour, we can play your dad's music and everything, some of the songs. And if you have some of his bandmates, if they're interested in performing, or
Yeah, we can get them on too, talk,
yeah,
and then do a hybrid interview.
absolutely,
Oh,
Hybrid episode with them talking about the
yeah,
music. And, yeah, that'd
I
be
will
great.
reach out.
yes, that'll be
Cool.
great. So we thank you for anything. If anything, Michael, we
No,
appreciate you. All those. Tell the company again how to find you one more time before you get out of here, please.
All right, y'all. We are with Virtuity, Virtuity Financial Partners, and we are partnered with How Money Works.
beautiful.
Okay.
Go
And you
check
can
them
find
out.
us on Facebook, Instagram, and all the socials.
And we will have the links
Get
on
your
our
free
website. You will
assessment.
have her picture and everything on there. So make sure y'all will see it. And look forward to the interview. Y'all are going to take it out. We love you there. Keep staying blessed with everybody. And, most
One
importantly,
love, y'all.
spread the
Peace.
love. Spread the love. We're out of here.